Could the secret to living longer be hidden on your plate? While meat lovers enjoy their steaks, millions swear by a plant-based diet. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest health debates of our time. Do vegetarians actually outlive meat eaters? We've dug deep into the science, analyzed the latest research, consulted leading experts, and even explored ancient health traditions to get to the truth. By the end of this video, you'll have all the knowledge you need to make your own call. But first, what do you think? Comment below. Will vegetarians outlive meat eaters, or could the opposite be true? Let's find out together. But before we dive in, here's some surprising news for the meat lovers out there. Australia, the second largest consumer of meat, mostly beef and lamb, is also one of the longest living countries in the world. Can you believe it? And while exceptions like this exist, there's always one rule breaker, right? Let's not forget about Susanna Mushat-Jones, who lived to an incredible 116 years old. And guess what? She ate bacon every day, starting her mornings with bacon, scrambled eggs, and grits. Who says comfort food can't keep you going? However, there's a caveat. The majority of studies and expert opinions strongly discourage excessive consumption of red meat, and processed foods are even more of a no-go. So for this video, we're comparing vegetarian diets with diets that include moderate meat consumption. Exciting, right? Let's begin with science. We selected 3 key studies, each of which includes large populations tracked over extended periods, providing reliable data on how diet impacts health. Here's what we found. First up is the EPIC Oxford study, conducted by the University of Oxford. It tracked 48,000 participants over 18 years and found that vegetarians had a 32% lower risk of ischemic heart disease compared to meat eaters. But here's the twist. It didn't find a significant difference in overall mortality between vegetarians and those who ate moderate amounts of meat. Next is the Adventist Health Studies 1 and 2, led by Loma Linda University. These studies tracked 96,000 participants, mostly Seventh-day Adventists, known for their healthy, plant-forward lifestyles. Results? Vegetarians and vegans lived 6 to 9 years longer than meat eaters, with reduced risks of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. And finally, there's the PREDIMED study from Spain, which focused on the Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, nuts, fish, and vegetables. This study revealed a 30% reduction in cardiovascular risk for those following this diet, showing that a diet with moderate meat consumption, paired with plant-based foods and healthy fats, can be beneficial for longevity. However, we didn't stop there. We found another intriguing study from the University of Adelaide, which made a somewhat controversial claim. Meat consumption correlates with greater life expectancy. This study analyzed data from over 170 countries and concluded that populations with higher meat consumption tend to live longer, hinting that meat has historically provided essential nutrients for survival. So there you go, meat lovers, something to chew on. For every study suggesting that a vegetarian diet is best for longevity, there's another that supports moderate meat consumption, and yet another that shows no significant difference between the two. So why do we see such varying results? The truth is, it's incredibly difficult to isolate diet as the sole factor influencing longevity. Lifestyle habits like physical activity, alcohol consumption, smoking, and even socioeconomic factors all play a role. For example, vegetarians might lead generally healthier lifestyles, exercising more frequently and avoiding harmful habits, while moderate meat eaters could benefit from a balanced diet rich in essential nutrients, such as omega-3 from fish. That's why the EPIC study reaches a balanced conclusion. There's no clear evidence that either a strictly vegetarian diet or one with moderate meat guarantees a longer life. What truly seems to matter is the overall quality of the diet. A plant-based approach, enhanced with healthy fats, lean meats, or fish, may offer the best recipe for longevity. We've explored studies, heard from experts, and examined global perspectives. Now let's dive deeper into the heart of the matter and uncover the true impact of our dietary choices on longevity. This is where the debate gets truly fascinating. Their insights often reinforce or expand upon these findings. Here are 5 influential voices on the topic. T. Colin Campbell. One of the most influential figures in nutrition science, Campbell's The China Study is a landmark work that connects the consumption of animal protein with chronic diseases like cancer and heart disease. His research has been pivotal in advocating for a strictly plant-based diet, as the key to both preventing disease and promoting longevity. Deepak Chopra. A world-renowned advocate of mind-body wellness, Chopra's holistic approach extends beyond diet alone, but he emphasizes the spiritual and physical benefits of a plant-based diet. He advocates for mostly vegetarian diets to balance body and mind, aligning with the idea that a plant-forward diet supports both longevity and well-being from a holistic perspective. Dr. Hiromi Shinya, an authority on digestive health, Shinya has revolutionized colonoscopy procedures and deeply studied the relationship between diet and long-term health. He supports a primarily plant-based diet with some fish, while cautioning strongly against red meat, highlighting its negative impact on digestion and overall health, which he views as crucial to aging well. Tim Noakes. An internationally respected sports scientist, Noakes offers a contrasting view with his promotion of a low-carb, high-fat diet that includes moderate meat consumption, particularly from pasture-raised sources. His research emphasizes the benefits of animal products for metabolic health and longevity, especially in active individuals, challenging the plant-based narrative. Dr. Dean Ornish, famous for his groundbreaking research on heart disease, Ornish has demonstrated through clinical trials that a plant-based, low-fat diet can actually reverse heart disease. His work has shown the potential of a nutrient-dense, plant-centered approach to not only prevent, but also reverse cardiovascular problems, supporting longer, healthier lives. Considering these expert opinions, it seems the scale tips in favor of a plant-based diet for promoting longevity. Yet, if we were to include more voices, we would likely find a range of perspectives. One common thread, however, is clear. Most experts agree that avoiding ultra-processed foods and limiting red meat consumption is key to living a longer, healthier life. We've explored studies and expert opinions, and by now you might be feeling the same as we are. Both vegetarianism and moderate meat consumption seem like solid choices when it comes to longevity. While there may be a slight edge toward vegetarianism, let's be real. Maintaining a balanced vegetarian diet can be challenging for some. Including moderate meat consumption might make it easier to ensure you get complete nutrition. What is certain, though, is that many people who switch to vegetarianism often report feeling more energized and noticing improvements in their health. Fauja Singh, for example, the legendary centenarian marathon runner, attributes much of his extraordinary longevity and endurance to his vegetarian diet. Born in 1911, Singh's simple diet of fulka, dal, vegetables, and tea, while avoiding fried and processed foods, has kept him running marathons well past the age of 100. He believes that this plant-based approach, combined with regular exercise and a positive mindset, is his secret to a long and healthy life. Speaking of longevity, let's zoom out to see what's happening across the globe in the 10 longest-living countries and their diets. Most of these countries follow a plant-based diet with moderate meat consumption. One interesting fact: Italy is the only country on this list with a particularly high percentage of vegetarians. On the flip side, despite India having an estimated 35 to 40% vegetarian population, it doesn't rank among the longest-living countries. This shows us that other factors, like healthcare access, play a significant role in longevity outcomes. Expanding on this, certain regions, known as blue zones, are where people consistently live longer and healthier lives, thanks to a combination of diet, lifestyle, and social support. The 5 most well-known blue zones are Okinawa, Japan, Icaria, Greece, Sardinia, Italy, Nicoya, Costa Rica, and Loma Linda, California. While all of these regions emphasize plant-based foods like vegetables, legumes, and nuts, only Loma Linda adheres closely to a vegetarian diet due to the beliefs of the Seventh-day Adventists. What's particularly fascinating is that in Icaria, people experience dramatically lower rates of chronic illnesses like dementia. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, people are more than twice as likely to reach 90 compared to those in the US. But we're all about exploring every angle. So let's see what various health systems recommend. Do they favor a strict vegetarian diet, or do they lean towards moderate meat consumption? Interestingly, health systems around the world, from the World Health Organization to Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, converge on a common point: balance. They generally recommend a mostly plant-based diet, with moderate amounts of fish or lean meats for added nutritional balance. And let's face it, whether you're eating kale or tofu, a little balance goes a long way, though the fish might not be too thrilled about it. With all this information, you might be wondering what more there is to consider. So we asked ChatGPT what diet would help us live past 100 in the best health. The response: a predominantly plant-based diet with moderate amounts of fish and lean meats, much like what we see in the Mediterranean and Blue Zone diets. So, what's the takeaway? There's no one-size-fits-all solution. While no specific diet guarantees a longer life, it's clear that what you eat directly impacts how you feel and how your body functions. But diet is only part of the picture. Exercise, stress management, and relationships all contribute to a longer, healthier life. A diet high in processed foods or excessive red meat may negatively affect your health. So it's not just about living longer, but about living better. What's your next step toward that? Before making any major changes to your diet, especially if you have specific health concerns, be sure to consult with a healthcare professional for personalized advice. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe for more in-depth comparisons. Share this video with anyone debating which diet is best for longevity. And remember, we compare, you decide. And don't forget, what's your ideal balance for a longer life? Let us know in the comments below. We're excited to hear your take.